I never thought I'd be the one telling this story. Honestly, I didn't think I'd live to tell it. Me and the boys, Jake, Ethan, Riley, and Sam, we were just dumb kids, 16 and 17, chasing thrills in our boring little town of Coldwater. But what happened on Blackthorn Hill? It's burned into me. Every night, I see their faces. Every time I close my eyes, I hear the screams. Let me take you back to that night, when we thought we were invincible. Coldwater's a small place, the kind where everyone knows everyone, and rumors spread like wildfire. For years, there'd been talk about Blackthorn Hill, a jagged wooded ridge just outside town. People said it was cursed. Hikers, campers, even locals who wandered too far. They'd go up that hill and never come back. No bodies, no trace, just gone. The old folks whispered about a presence in the woods, something that didn't want you there. Kids at school had their own theories. A serial killer, a cult, maybe something not human. Nobody knew the truth, and that's what made it so tempting. It was late October, the air crisp and the leaves blood red. Me, Jake, Ethan, Riley, and Sam were hanging out at the gas station, bored out of our minds. Jake, always the loudmouth, brought up the hill. "What if we went up there?" he said, grinning like it was a game. Ethan, the skeptic, laughed it off, saying it was just a story to scare kids. Riley, the quiet one, didn't say much, just stared at the ground. Sam, the adrenaline junkie, was all in. "Let's do it," he said. "Let's see what's really up there." I wasn't sure. Something in my gut told me it was a bad idea. But when you're 16, peer pressure's a hell of a thing. So, I agreed. We'd go the next night. We met at the base of Blackthorn Hill just after sunset. The woods loomed over us, black and endless. The kind of place that swallows sound. We had backpacks with water, snacks, and a couple of cheap flashlights. Jake carried a pocket knife, like that'd do anything. Sam had his phone to record, saying we'd be legends if we found something cool. I just wanted to get in, look around, and get out. The trail started easy enough, an old dirt path used by hikers years ago. But the deeper we went, the weirder it got. The air felt heavy, like it was pressing down on us. The trees were gnarled, their branches twisting into shapes that looked wrong, like hands reaching out. Riley whispered that he heard something, a low hum, but Jake told him to shut up. I wasn't sure if we should keep going, but nobody wanted to be the one to chicken out. About an hour in, the path just stopped. No markers, no trail, just a wall of trees. Ethan swore we'd gone in a circle, but Sam insisted we push forward. That's when we found the first sign something was off. A hiking boot, caked in mud, sitting alone in a clearing. Nearby, a torn backpack, its contents spilled out. Rusted cans, a cracked water bottle, a shredded map. "This is creepy," Riley muttered. Jake laughed, but it was forced. I noticed he kept gripping his knife. We kept moving, the woods getting denser. Then we saw it. Bones. Small ones at first, scattered in the dirt. Animal maybe, but some looked too big, too human. My stomach churned. Ethan picked one up, then dropped it like it burned him. "This isn't right," he said. Sam, still filming, zoomed in on something hanging from a low branch, a strip of dried flesh swaying in the breeze. It wasn't animal, it was human skin. Panic started creeping in. Riley was shaking, saying we should turn back. Jake snapped at him, but I could see the fear in his eyes. I wanted to leave, but we realized we didn't know which way was out. The woods seemed to shift around us. The trees closer than before. Our flashlights flickered, and Sam's phone died, even though it had been fully charged. We were lost. That's when Ethan tripped. He screamed, his ankle caught in a jagged root. Blood seeped through his jeans, and he couldn't stand. Jake and I tried to help him up, but Riley was frozen, staring into the dark. "There's something out there," he whispered. I heard it too. A rustling, not like wind, but deliberate. Footsteps, heavy ones. We dragged Ethan, trying to find a way back. The woods were alive now, branches snapping, shadows moving just out of sight. Then we stumbled into a clearing, and my blood ran cold. Ropes hung from the trees, tied with body parts. Hands, feet, chunks of meat, swaying like grotesque ornaments. Old camping gear was piled in a heap, covered in bloodstains. A rusted axe leaned against a tree. This wasn't a myth. Someone, or something, was doing this. We didn't have time to process it. A figure stepped into the clearing, and I'll never forget what I saw. He was tall, gaunt, dressed in tattered hunting gear, his face half hidden by a filthy beard. His eyes, they were wrong, wild, like he wasn't human anymore. In one hand, he held a machete, crusted with dried blood. In the other, a coil of rope. The insane hunter. The thing that took everyone who came to Blackthorn Hill. "Run!" Jake screamed. We bolted, dragging Ethan, but he was slowing us down. The hunter didn't run. He stalked, moving through the trees like he knew every inch of the woods. We could hear him behind us, his boots crunching, his breath rasping. Sam tripped, his flashlight rolling into the dirt. I grabbed his arm, but the hunter was faster. I heard a wet thunk, and Sam screamed, then went silent. I didn't look back. I couldn't. We ran blindly, branches tearing at our skin. Riley was sobbing, Ethan whimpering in pain. Jake kept yelling for us to keep going, but the hunter was relentless. I saw him through the trees, machete raised, his eyes locked on us. He was toying with us, letting us think we could escape. We reached a ravine, a steep drop into darkness. Jake tried to help Ethan across, but the hunter caught up. I saw the machete swing, heard Jake's scream cut short. Ethan fell, tumbling into the ravine, and I didn't hear him hit the bottom. Riley and I ran, but Riley was too slow. I heard him cry out, then a sickening crunch. I was alone. I don't know how long I ran. My lungs burned, my legs gave out, but I kept going. The hunter's footsteps never stopped, always just behind me. I hid under a fallen log, holding my breath as he passed. His boots stopped inches from my face. I could smell him, blood, sweat, and something rotten. He muttered to himself, words I couldn't understand, like a prayer to the woods. Then he moved on. I waited until dawn, too scared to move. When the sun rose, I stumbled out of the woods, half dead, covered in blood that wasn't mine. I made it to the highway, flagged down a trucker, and told him everything. The police searched Blackthorn Hill, but they found nothing. No bodies, no hunter, no camp. Just bones and old gear, like it had always been there. They said I was in shock, that I'd made it up. But I know what I saw. I know what happened to my friends. I'm 19 now, but I don't sleep. I see them in my dreams, Jake, Ethan, Riley, Sam, begging me to save them. I hear the hunter's footsteps, feel his eyes on me. Sometimes, I think he's still out there, waiting for me to go back. Blackthorn Hill isn't just a place, it's alive. It takes what it wants, and it never lets go. If you're ever in cold water, stay away from that hill. Don't be stupid like we were, because if you go up there, you won't come back.